In this video, I will explain the logical fallacy called the false equivocation. I'll begin with the general form, explain why it is a mistake, and use an example of someone making this sort of mistake. Hopefully, by the end of the video, you will be able to spot and deal with this fallacy. The false equivocation fallacy is a logical fallacy that exploits the ambiguity of language, specifically the fact that some words and phrases can have more than one meaning. The fallacy occurs when an argument uses a word or phrase in more than one premise, but applies a different meaning to that word or phrase in each premise. Consider the word man. One meaning of the word is human, as in the phrase giant leap for mankind. But another meaning of the same word is an adult male human. In this sense of the word, men, women, and children are separate and distinct. A fallacious argument might have the following syllogism. Only man is rational. No child is a man. Therefore, no child is rational. The syllogism here seems valid. The problem lies in the word man and the fact that it has two different meanings, both of which are used in the same argument. If you replace the word man with its specific meaning in each premise, you will see that the argument does not follow. Premise 1 and premise 2 are no longer related, and the conclusion no longer follows. The argument is fallacious because the conclusion relies on the equivocation of two different meanings for the word man. Some languages are more vague than others, and so it becomes easier to commit this fallacy. The key is to realize that more than one meaning of the word is being used in the same argument. Let's have a look at a real example of someone making this mistake. The example is one used by some religious preachers to explain their belief in God and the idea that this God created the universe. They might say, "This table had a maker, this building had a builder, all creation has a creator. Therefore, a creator must exist, and we call it God." The word creation here is vague. It has more than one meaning. One sense of the word is an object that has been created, and this seems to be the meaning that is first used, given the talk about builders and table makers. But there is another meaning of the word creation, which is the universe, and the argument conflates these two. The first meaning of the word creation implies the existence of a creator for the object that has been created, as in a building has a builder. The second meaning of the word creation, i.e. the universe, says nothing about it being created, never mind the existence of a creator. So it is wrong to equivocate these two different meanings for the word creation. To put it another way, the fact that a particular building was built by a builder does not prove that something called God created the universe. The argument also equivocates the word creator with God, in the sense that God created the universe. But if we take all the equivocations in this argument genuinely, then we must also say that God created the building and the table. And whilst we are at it, God must also have created all the guns, missiles, and atom bombs. At this point, the absurdity of the argument should be clear. Now, if somebody wants to present an argument on the origin of the universe, by all means go ahead. Just don't use a logical fallacy to make the point. This is a mistake and is not helpful. As we have seen, this fallacy exploits the ambiguity of language. When you see someone use a word or phrase in an argument, consider the precise definition being used. If you are not sure, ask the person making the argument. Make sure there is no ambiguity in the definition being used throughout the argument. If this is not the case, they might be committing the false equivocation fallacy. Well, that concludes the video. I hope you are now better placed to spot and deal with this fallacy. And if not, well, this channel is on YouTube, just like all the other wonderful channels that you watch. So hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.